Hey there, Dan at danliberto.com, where we help small businesses and families improve their influence and reach their greater potential. And today I want to talk small business. And so, do you know anybody, or maybe that's you, that you have a small business, and when you started it, it seems to have taken a direction you didn't anticipate, or maybe it hasn't gone anywhere. And so, in either of those cases, the key is where you visualized your business. Did you set? Do you have a vision of where you want your business to go? Because here's the deal: your business and you are going to go where you're looking. Perfect example of that is you're driving down the road. Maybe you want to reach something off the passenger side. So as you look over there to see where you're going, what happens is the car starts to veer to the right in the direction to where you're looking. And that's a normal thing because you're going to follow wherever you're looking. So it makes sense that in your business that you want to set a vision for where you want to go. And you want it to be a big vision. And so here's some quick tips on how to generate that vision. So I kind of suggest to use the Goldilocks rule. And so the Goldilocks rule is if you set that vision too small, then you're not going to, if you set a vision that maybe you're already done with, or maybe you've already done it, and it's something easy, you're not going to grow from that. Your business isn't going to build the character that it needs to sustain itself over a long period of time. So small goals, they're not beneficial. I mean, if they're short-term goals, they are beneficial, but we're talking about long-term goals. We're talking about setting that line of sight for you and for your business. So if it's a short-term goal, then by all means, you want to do something that's achievable in the next week or two that gets you into action, because that's the key. But a long-term goal, you don't want it to be too easy. You want it to be something that you have to reach for, something you're going to have to grow toward. All right. The second thing is you don't want it to be too big. You don't want it to be too hard. Following the Goldilocks rule, first one, you don't want it to be too soft. The next one, you don't want it to be too hard. Because if it's too hard, like let's say you're 5'3" and you set a goal for yourself that you're going to be a starting point guard in the NBA in the next 5 years. Well, that works in isolated cases like Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues, but for the most part, there is a lot of drive associated with that. And this big goal, if you're going to make it that big, it really has to be tied to your purpose. It really has to be something that you are passionate and super fueled over, and it has to be in your strength zone. So it has to align with your purpose and your strengths. But again, you don't want it to be too hard. You don't want it to be too crazy, like you're going to be a billionaire in a couple of years, right? So make it realistic. Make it realistic, but make sure that it stretches you, which leads us to the third thing. You don't want it to be too soft. You don't want it to be too hard. You want it to be just right. And like I already said, you want that goal to align with your purpose. You want that goal to align with your strengths. And you absolutely want that goal to stretch you and your leadership. Do that. Identify what that vision is, and then set that thing in the forefront of your mind. Look at it each and every day. Create you a vision board. And now your business is going to head in the direction of which you have visualized it. I hope that was beneficial. Drop me a comment. I'd love to get your take on this. Let's start a conversation. Until the next time we talk, Dan at danliberto.com. Take care.